We's ready. Okay, guys. This is your boy Master Beetle here, back at it again with another YouTube deck profile.
Hey.
This is my boys. What's your channel name, guy?
My name is YukiXD777, and you can see me in the comments. I commented on a couple of his latest videos. I'm his deck tester. I help test decks with him. And now we're gonna come at you with some OG stuff. Murakumo Mandala Lord.
Coming at you with that Vanguard retro. Now, what do you do about that starter? What do you do about that starter? What's that starter do?
So this is Stealth Beast Evil Ferret, and most of you didn't even know this card existed in Season 1 because no one played Murakumo, but I am going to. So what Evil Ferret does here, is it focusing?
Oh yeah, you can see it very clearly.
All right, so what its ability is a little wacky because what it does is you're gonna put it on the bottom of the deck. It's an axe skill. You put it in the bottom of your deck, and then you get to choose a Murakumo card from your hand and call it to the field. And at the end phase, that card returns to your hand. So actually, this is really good for rush turns. See, at first I thought this card was horrible, but this is like your only option. But actually, this card is really fun to, if you ride grade 1 second, you pop him to the bottom of the deck and call out like a grade 2 or something to the field, and then you get an extra attack. And if you call out a card like him, he can search out Mandala, and if he hits, and that puts a lot of on-hit pressure in early, and you don't want to waste your hand early in OG season, so, ooh. And even if you go first, you can pop him into the deck and pop out, like, this guy, and then you get, with his ability, you get another one. So you have 2 grade 3s and a grade 2 attacker swinging on the 3rd turn, and that puts that early pressure, so this is actually a really good card.
Very good card.
And no counterblast either, man. It's just to the bottom of the deck.
Would you run more copies?
No, I would not run more copies because this card goes back to the deck and you can just randomly draw into it later. And it's like, oh, 10k shield.
Oh, okay then. All right.
But it's an early game card. After early game, it's pretty much useless.
Oh, okay then.
So
grade 3s.
Grade 3s. So we're running that 4 copies of Mandala Lord. This guy is the main grade 3 of Murakumo.
Where's the SP?
Let's see the SP. See, they were supposed to be all SP, but people I bought it from didn't give me SPs.
I blame the mailman.
Yeah, I know, right? He wanted them SPs.
Yeah.
But I got 1 SP right now. They're going to send me the rest of them.
Show it to the camera. Show it to the camera.
Oh. Is it focusing?
You can't really tell it's an SP, but you can actually see the text. But yeah, it's an SP, trust us.
I spent the money, I know. But all right, so what Mandala Lord does, he's got Lord like pretty much every grade 3 at this time. If you don't have a Murakumo on the field, then he can't attack. And then his ability is a Persona Blast because he came out with Overload the End and PBO, Phantom Blaster Overlord.
That's why you did not hear of him.
Exactly, because who would play this over Phantom Blaster Overlord or the End? But anyway, I will. But what he does, you counterblast 1, you ditch a copy of him, and then you reduce your opponent's power by 10,000 on their turn. So basically, they swing for 8. Like, say they're swinging with Alfred, and they're at 20. You counterblast, drop 1, and now you have to guard 10k for 2 to pass. Or 5k for 1 to pass.
Not guard at all, hoping they don't get no triggers.
That's true. Oh, yeah, because he's an 11k base. Ooh.
Yeah, also an 11k base, which is very good, like, during this time in Season 1.
When
Vanguards are 10k.
Most Vanguards are 10ks, and this guy's
the number that they really wanted to hit was like, swinging for those 20k columns when he could just say no to those with a 10k.
Yep. Which is baller.
So
that means you can literally use his ability, guard with a 5k, and that's 2 to pass.
Yeah.
So it's like, ha!
So what's the secondary grade 3? Who's the secondary boss?
So we run 3 copies of Void Galga. You saw him previously. This guy is just a rush card. You play a copy of him. Counterblast 1, you play another copy. That's it. And then at the end of turn, that copy goes up on the deck. Murakumo. We're not Neonectar, but we are Neonectar. Because we copy cards, but we go back to the deck.
They go to the back of the bottom of the deck.
Because ain't no Kagero killing our stuff. Except for the original one, they can kill that one.
Yeah.
That's why we run 2 more.
Yeah. But he's sadly to say, he's a 9k though.
Yeah,
right?
He is a 9k though. You never want to ride this card. That's why I run 3. So that way... we're always riding into the Mandalas and never into this guy.
All right, then.
So
grade 2s.
Grade 2s. All right, we're gonna start from the weak grade 2s. And we're going. So this is Cursed Breath. This is Stealth Dragon Cursed Breath. This is your ideal call with this guy. if you're at grade, if you rode second, this is your ideal call with this card. Because what he does, he's an 8K, which kind of sucks for grade 2, but he's got on hit, Vanguard Rearguard Circle. You search the top 5 cards of your deck for Mandala Lord and add it to your hand, and then you send the rest of the cards to the bottom of the deck in any order you choose. So this is one of 2 searchers for this guy.
Oh, okay.
So this is how you pressure out more copies of him for, your Persona Blasts. You got to get that out there. So you want them to be scared of this card. So normally you'll have like an 8K behind him, so that way you're hitting for 16, and that's the scary 10K to block. And even if you have like a 7K behind him, that's still 10 to block on a 10K Vanguard. So still an ideal column.
So would you say he's your ideal ride target for grade 2?
Not really. I mean, if you have to, you can, because he provides on hit pressure and stuff. But really, you'd want to ride your 10K or your other card, which I'm about to show you. So definitely would run 4, just because you need that extra copy, just in case you want him in your hand for this card, and you don't want to run too many copies of this.
Sweet.
So next you got your on-hit countercharge. This is Stealth Beast White Mane. So as I said,
Countercharge. What's countercharge, guy? This is damage unflipper. Damage unflipper. That's what we called it back in the day.
Back in the day, countercharge wasn't a word, but that's basically what he does.
Back in my day, we didn't countercharge. We counterblast.
So basically, he's your on-hit unflip. All right. He's a 9K base. He's a decent ride. Preferably, you'd want to go into your 10Ks, because that's all that defensive power comes from the 10Ks, which is what everyone ran back in the day. I know, right? 10K vanillas being viable. What?
Oh, God.
Because this deck doesn't really counterblast a lot, but this is literally your only other option. I mean, you could run Midnight Crow, but he then would make the deck counterblast too much, and then you couldn't run this card to search Mandala. And
you couldn't really use Mandala's ability.
Exactly, and it would suck. So you just run this. Plus he's in 8K. Do you really want to be running 4 of 8Ks? No.
You don't want to.
That's garbage. You're going to ride one of them every game.
Especially
and you're never going to get this guy, and it's going to suck, and you're going to cry about it.
Yeah,
and it's going to suck.
Especially since in this era, a lot of decks had like 3 to 4 8Ks. So you don't 8K grade 1. So you don't want to, get rushed by the vanillas.
Yeah, because that would suck.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? I call 3 8Ks.
Swing. That used to be a deck back in the day, like 8K beats.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrifying. It's almost as horrifying as 7 Seas Rush. We're not going to talk about that.
We don't talk about the cancer of 7 Seas Rush. Grade 1 Rush, that is.
God. Let's not. Alright, but that's White Mane. And then, Bloody Mist. This is your 10K vanilla. This is what's the Nubatama card? It's Chigasumi when he left Nubatama and joined Murakumo, because they refused to give Nubatama support. By the way, that's the deck I play. Fear Domination. Oh my god, I could go into a rant about how much people are scared of this deck when it's not even good yet. Oh man. Well, that's a talk for another time. Maybe we'll make a video on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, because we both play control decks, so that's fun. Except for Murakumo. Murakumo is my non-control deck, because it's fun. But yeah, 10K. Do I really need to explain 10Ks? They're just 10Ks.
Good beaters, good defensive ride.
They have intercept.
Yeah.
They're just all around good card back in the day.
Back in the day, people run 4.
I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, there was.
You didn't really have any other options back in the day, especially the game just coming out. All right.
Grade 1s.
Grade 1s. All right, first we run 3 copies of Million Rat. So this is your grade
Just
1
3
version.
copies?
I only run 3 because you don't want to ride this card.
You don't want to ride him?
Because he's a 6K, and you're already running 2 6Ks. Over half of your grade 1 lineup is 6Ks.
Ah, okay. Then.
So you don't want to run too much of this, because then you're going to ride it.
Okay, then.
And that sucks. So, Million Rat, I run 3 copies of. Because normally what happens is you get one of them, you call one of them, counterblast 1, boom, counterblast 1, boom. Because they proc on call. So you call 1, and you basically can, for counterblast 2, you get 2 more.
Alright, then.
So you fill up the back row, and then these 2 can go back to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
And then that means they're guaranteed on the bottom, so you don't draw into them which means you can just do it again when you... Or, like, here's a cool thing. If you don't end up using this earlier, you can use this guy's ability, use this guy, chuck him to the bottom of the deck, Superior Call this from your hand, counterblast 2, boom, boom, and then at the end of turn, these two go to the bottom, and this goes back to your hand, and then you can do it again.
Yeah.
But that's only if you don't use this to get Cursed Breath out or Void Galga out.
Yeah, those are your main targets.
Those are your main targets. Or if you want, you can pull out a white mane or this guy. Or even I've done this. If you really want, you can pull out it's like preview what I'm gonna ride grade 3. Swing with an 11k, and then it goes back to my hand. Like, but ideally you want these two. So yeah, this guy is just your swarming capability. Neonectar clone card. We do it better though. Alright, this is your grade 1 Mandala Lord Searcher. This is Stealth Dragon Turbulent Edge. This card is garbage, but you need this Mandala Search.
It's good if your opponent's on grade 1 or grade 2, put an 8k behind it, so for that sweet 14.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the fun thing. When your opponent, Gianni's had this happen when we were testing these decks. Your opponent rides a perfect card. Spam these on the board. Just put them out there. Put the 6-6 pressure. That'll really get your opponent mad. If they have to ride the perfect card and you add insult to injury with, hey, give me my grade 3. That's the funnest.
Then that's when they whiff.
Yeah, that is when they whiff. But here's the funnest thing I've done with this. So you ride your 8k, right? You call this out while they're at a 6k, and then you use the starter skill and you bring this out. What do you want to hit? I'm searching. I can pull a crit. This is the douchebag early game right here. This will go back to your hand, and this already would search Mandala. This is drive check that could get Mandala, and that could give me Mandala. It's like, what are you doing? Are you wasting hand? So that's why this is fun to run, but otherwise it's not really that great. It's a 6k, and it's not something you want to ride, even though its ability does go off on Vanguard Circle and Rearguard Circle, so maybe that's why it's not a 7k. But to be honest, this card would be better if it was not on Rearguard, if it was only on Rearguard and a 7k. This would have been so much better. Same with Turbulent Edge. If this was an 8k, if this is a 9k, and it wasn't on Vanguard Circle, it was just a Rearguard skill, it'd be so much better.
Yeah, but then it would be too good. It'd be too good then.
Let me have it.
So perfect guards.
Perfect guards. Is there any reason not to run perfect guards?
Yeah.
Except in season 1 they get cloggy, and sometimes you feel like you should only run 3.
Yeah. Some people thought it was 3. In rush decks, you could go off to running 3 like Spike Brothers. That's what they did.
Yeah,
like season 1 and season 2.
I could take this out and put an Omelian Rat.
Yeah.
But
it's basically the same thing if you ride it.
Yeah. So it's like...
So you want to run 4 just for consistency of seeing them.
Yeah, but sometimes they clutter in your hand.
Yeah.
Although, here's the thing that made Shadow Paladins OP. They could clutter in your hand, and in Shadow Paladins it doesn't care. They just call one, kill it, and it's like, force perfect guard out of your hand with it. Because then you got PBD. Because PBD's broken. I'm not salty.
Well, he wasn't broken.
Shut up, he was broken. Okay,
no, he wasn't.
John
the end was broken.
No, John was broken. My friend is a friend of mine who played Shadow Paladins. I'll tell you about him later. All right, so, perfect. Do I need to explain perfect guards?
No, you don't.
You run perfect guards nowadays. Everyone's perfect guards.
You run 4 to see it.
Exactly. And nowadays you have to run 4, otherwise you get critted to death.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, you used to, all decks, except for decks that couldn't do it, ran 8 crits, no stands, 4 draws, and 4 heals.
That was the standard.
That was the standard.
That was when the standard first became standard.
You could be playing freaking Oracle Think Tank, and you're running 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heals.
Well, that's until they got their last crit in set 5, and they ran 12 because they draw so much.
Exactly. So it was like freaking like stand triggers were always irrelevant until Stride season.
Yeah, that's when they started to become good. Come out with effects.
But not like the anime will ever show you that.
Yeah.
Like when Toko had double critted in the news
episode. And then
were you salty about that too?
What?
She's like, when she double critted when she rode Asha.
It doesn't matter. The guy won anyway. I know,
but it was like,
because he's like,
hey, I don't need to run stand triggers when I can double crit. I know.
Well, but it didn't really look like he was cheating in all honesty. In that
I know. Well, except for when he had 4 perfect cards in his hand.
I mean, Because that's him, though. So obviously he's going to get it more.
Nullify, ditch. Nullify, ditch. Nullify.
Ability?
Ditch. Ability?
Plus
15k
15?
shield? It's like, who's going to run that card?
Oh my God.
It's not as good as the Blaze Perfect. Well, okay, we're going on a tangent.
Yeah, all right.
8Ks. You run them because they're good boosters.
Good boosters, good beaters,
first ride.
good first ride, so they
Like-
can't rush with the 7K or the 6K. Just like good all around. Every deck run them.
Did someone say 6K?
Back on it.
Get that card out of here. But it's funny. Alright, well, Shijimaru. It's Stealth Rogue of Silence, Shijimaru. He's the Galatine ripoff of Murakumo.
Well, actually, they're brothers, though.
They are.
Yeah, it's in the lore and everything.
Well, except he's evil, it seems.
All right, let's get on to them grade zeros.
Oh
Triggers.
man, we run 4 heal triggers because
4 heal.
Are you
4 heal?
Are you referencing? Okay, there's a reference to that. He found a guy's deck profile who's only running 3 heal triggers.
And it legit, he said, I run 3 heals because I don't want to heal. Like, that was like the worst explanation for, like, you want to heal because you run heal triggers not only for G Guardians nowadays.
You run
but
it
like,
because
you run it because,
survive.
yeah, it allows you to win games that you shouldn't be able to win.
That's the whole point of Vanguard.
Yeah.
That's how this game works.
Okay.
It's to have fun, piss off your opponents, and then make friends afterward.
Yeah.
All right, next we run 4 crit because this deck didn't
So
have-
Yuki runs Rainbow because that's all this deck had
Exactly.
during the first season.
We got jibbed because we came
Yeah.
out at the end of the season.
But it's okay because they have a stand trigger that unflips.
Oh!
He got that alternate art from the new set.
I know, right? Look,
Saved
here-
himself 25 cents.
I know, right? Here's the awesome part. They gave him pants.
They gave him pants.
They
What
gave
do you
him
mean?
pants. Look, he's got pants, and now he doesn't have pants.
What do you mean he has pants?
See, look at the like the orange that's his pants. He's got spider pants.
That doesn't make no sense.
I don't know, but he's got the spider pants now.
Oh, I know. I see.
See,
what
he's
you
got
mean.
pants,
He's got pants,
and now he doesn't have pants.
And then this one, he's just like
he's naked.
I don't know. He's like a nudist. Never keep a good spider down.
And then we run 4 draw triggers.
Yeah,
because
that's
rainbow
all we had
triggers.
during this period. Rainbow triggers.
It's a nudist
Yeah.
spider. Aren't all spiders?
Like and subscribe for that.
Stop, Gianni. Oh man. Oh, I also have a YouTube channel. I do gaming. I do
like
gaming.
and subscribe to this guy if you like that good gaming stuff.
Yeah.
You want
get
to
to
see him
watch
get terrified
by
doing scary games.
Yeah, I do that, and I'll probably play some other games. I mainly play RPG Maker Horror, if you've ever heard of any of that stuff. But I'll also be posting some Vanguard stuff, probably updates on this beauty. This is my new Batama deck.
Yeah, not only will this be on my channel, but this will also be on his
Fear
channel
this
as well.
card. Fear this
Get that out
card.
of here. Get that $50 card out of here.
They're not supposed to know how much I spent on it.
So yeah, not
That
only this
set is
deck
ridiculous.
profile will be on my channel, but also be on his
my
channel
channel.
too. So,
Yeah.
subscribe for him.
Yep, and there'll be the finished deck profile will be on here definitely. But
Yeah.
any updates will be on my channel.
Yeah, definitely.
So that way you guys can keep up with Nubatama. I play Nubatama, Murakumo, and I sold my soul to the Bushi Road gods.
Lured.
Actually, I got this for my birthday, which is coming up. But this is an early birthday. Look, I got lured.
Lured.
Wait. We gotta show it off. Are you ready? You ready? $30 critical trigger. Oh! I actually pulled this out of a pack, so didn't spend $30. Haven't sold my whole soul to Bushi Road yet.
It's
Almost.
Anyway,
All
guys,
right. I hope you enjoyed the Mandala Lords.
the Mandela Lord deck profile.
Subscribe to Gianni.
Master Beetle. Master Beetle. Don't tell my subscribers who I am. They're gonna find out where I live now.
Subscribe to Master Beetle for more SP Mandala Lords. Oh,
And,
wait, where is the SP? Why? Wait a second. There he is. I'm like, the 4 of them are there. Where's the SP?
You see that? You see that little Like in the corner it says
SP.
It's an SP.
Apparently, the people who sent me these cards couldn't read the bottom.
Yeah.
So they didn't know.
They couldn't feel the card. Anyways, that's all, folks. See you next time. We'll be back, hit you with some of them Vanguard Retro fight matches.
Yeah, we're gonna do a fight actually right after the recording of this video.
After this recording, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.